ancestor business. Ancestor business. I hope I'm speaking loud enough and the audio is picking me up where everyone can hear what's gonna move through me to be said. You hear me? I hope everybody's feeling good for no reason at all. Radiating, operating, vibrating, emanating the highest illustration of your demonstration. You hear me? I'm feeling great. I'm feeling amazing. It feel good to be back from Florida, you know, my home, or well, my birthplace. I am home now, but Florida is my birthplace. It's been exciting. It's been insightful. Um, if I wasn't me, I wouldn't want to be nobody else. If I wasn't me, I wouldn't want to come here and be nobody else because my peace not dependent on being on being chosen. You know, I'm the unchosen. I'm the unchosen. You know, but everybody or many people don't benefit from it. You hear me? And it feel good to be the unchosen. I'm gonna speak to some things tonight. So if you easily if you not if you easily trigger and you're not triggered for truth, you know, if you're not triggered for truth, regardless how how that, how that truth or how certain truths trigger you, good, bad, or different, if you're not triggered for the truth, see, then this one ain't for you tonight. You feel me? This one ain't for you tonight because we're going to speak to some things. I'm going to speak to some things about me that may resonate with some of you. And then I'm going to speak to some things concerning me, you see, that may show some of you some things about some people that you know, according to the spiritual battles that you may have had to walk through. You hear me? In order to be right here, you know. So, and I said that to say, if so, that make you an unchosen too. See, because everybody think, you know, chosen. I'm chosen this or chosen that is something to be, you know. But my peace not dependent on being chosen. You hear me? And cause it sound good, it sound good. But when you have intuition, when you have spiritual insight, when you have the ability to look deeper, you see, into your story, and by being able to look deeper into your story, you're able to look deeper into the story of others. You see, based off your self experience. You see, because you stop lying to yourself. If you hear, you one of those who either stop lying to yourself or you on the trapeze. You know, put one foot in front of the other in order for you to, you know, to break the entanglements, you know, of the matrix, and to stop lying to yourself and walk in your truth and express your truth. You hear me? Authentically. Um, but as you look deep into your story and your self experiences, you'll see that the chosen, the chosen, don't come out the fire like this. If you hear, the chosen don't come out the fire like you. Because the work that we have to do, you see, because of the work, the self-work, you see, the self-reflection, the self-analyzation, you see, you see, the self-reflection, the getting, the getting in that mirror within oneself, you see, in order to, in order to become, you see, what it takes. to becoming. I gotta listen to it. I gotta catch it as I catch it. See, so in case anybody forgot, karma has it. You see, in case any of us forgot, karma has it. We all familiar with we will reap what we sow. So I hope you sow good seeds. You know, all the seeds I sowed ain't been good. You hear me? But but I'm still here, so I had time to make some redirections in my life. I had time to make some corrections in my life. You see, I had time to make some transformations in my life. You see, so so in case anybody else, in case anybody forgot on another note, you see, or to say it another way, so some don't get it twisted. You know, I want to tell y'all who don't know a little bit, who don't know anything about me, a little bit more about me. You see, because I play chess, not checkers. You see, this 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 bigger than this bigger than publicity to me. My time, my energy, my effort, my wisdom, my blueprint is bigger than publicity to me. You see, this, this bigger than I'm so and so, I'm this, I'm that. This ancestor business, as my shirt implied. See, and all us connected to that. You see, whether we conscious of it or not. You know, God forbid those who not conscious of it. You see, those forbid those who not doing nothing to elevate it, advance it, upgrade it. See, and this is why I play chess, not checkers. I ain't got time to play little girl games with little girls. I ain't got time to play little boy games with little boys. When we adults, we act like it. You move like it. It doesn't have to be pronounced. See, the spiritual war is real. And in fact, the spiritual war is so close, you never know who it's going to show up through at any point or at any time. You see? So, I must say this. There has been many attempts to repeat, to copycat, to mimic, to duplicate, to replicate, to imitate everything I do, everything I say. You see? uh, 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 my dress code, my shoe game. You see, a whole lot of things by family, by friends, by associations, by people that I just know, but by passerbys that just like my swag. You see, by 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 so and so, by them and they, and I don't have no problem with that. No problem at all. Cause I know who I came here to be, and who I came here to be, I always been. You see, anybody who ever met me can say Sawu is thorough. I don't never change. I'm gonna give it to you right off the cuff. I speak from my chest. I ain't say you gonna like everything I say. I ain't say you gonna dislike everything I say. And you know what? The people who love me for being solid is the people who love me for those two reasons. You see, not just not it's good as long as what flow through me and flow from me and flow within me. You see, you see, and move around me good. You see, there's some things I'm gonna say sometimes that you may not like. You see, and in those moments, it's gonna show me who you is. You see, matter of fact, it's gonna show me who you not. See, you see, because those are the types that I'm here to speak to. Who professing what they not. You see, and it's those of us who don't put in work, hard work over years. 10, 20, 30, 40 in some cases. You see, depending on who we talking about. You see, or put in years, you know, and people try to replace them who ain't put no work in, whether it be by namesake, by by association, you see, by blood, but all blood ain't the same blood. So we're gonna talk to all that, cause this is what the ancestors put on me. You see, cause I got a chance to go home, and every time I get a chance to go home, you see, it's an initiation that take place. So they got me recording everything, so source can see everything through my eyes. See, so the ancestors can see everything through my eyes. You see, so all the higher beings can see everything through my eyes, because I'm still here. You see, amongst mankind, amongst humans. You see, and amongst humanity. You see, that have no type of idea. You see that this is what I was sent here amongst us to do. You see, yeah, and I don't share that, you know, and fear nothing when it comes to my life. You see, my movement or my being, because this is known everywhere I go. That's why I put it in the title, although a title means nothing. You see, but yeah, this is what it has been. You see, by some people that I just know. You hear me? I'm the only one that was different than the people that I came from. See? Because family is messy. Family is messy, but family ain't gonna talk to what family need to be talked to about. You see, I saw a lot of division in the name of love. You see, I seen a lot of people unify in the name of love, but I ain't feel the love there. You see, how many of y'all familiar with the same things? Rather, when family events, occur, whether it's a memorial, a family reunion, you see, just a regular gathering, you see, it's a memory to Ramona Deshawn Eastman, my baby sister. You she called me savior. Yeah, she called me savior. She was a follower of Jesus Christ. I say it like that, but she called me savior. See, because she saw Jesus Christ through the wisdom of the words that I speak. You hear me? This word that I speak. You heard? So we're gonna talk about it. I'm the only one that was different than the people that I come from. You see, and the people that come from me. You see, I know what it takes to be the example. You see, I know what it takes to be the inspiration. I know what it takes to be the teacher. I know what it takes to be the guide. I know what it takes. You see, to be the counselor. I know what it takes to be the healer. I know what it takes to be the mastermind. I know what it takes to be the God MC. For y'all that ain't for y'all that ain't familiar with me on the microphone in music, or any other roles, the other roles that I have played in the lives of the people that I have crossed paths with or met at any interval or timeline in my life. You see, I say all that to say I'm glad I'm the oldest son of my mother and father. May they continue. May they continue to ride and flight as well as my baby sister. You see, I'm glad to be the oldest brother of my siblings. Although I'm not the oldest of my siblings, I'm glad to be the oldest boy within of my siblings. You see, I'm glad to be the dad of my sons. You see, and concerning all them people, I'm glad that none of this is the other way around, because they would have never contributed into my life the way I have into theirs by blazing my own trail, having my own style from being born in the South and raised up north, going through my own sacrifices. Not that not everybody has their own, You see, but what do we bring back with it and give to those that we cross paths with? You know, how do we make it part of our life purpose? How do we make it part of our life mission? You see, yeah. You know, these are things. This the stuff that some of us that was called crazy for because because we didn't come here and conform. We didn't come here and just go with the program. You know, some of us rebelled in different ways. You see, this is you know what come from me is just the result of the ways that I had to rebel, the ways that I had to fight for my mind. You know, yeah, you know, Jersey to be exact. I was raised up north, so my whole molecular and makeup is different because I got the two sides of the equator. However you want to look at it, you know. Yeah, I say that to say, or I shared that to say, what y'all see and what I said, it's a lot of things that make up the makeup of my makeup that make me me. Everything and nothing at the same time. You know, that make me me. I repeat, everything and nothing at the same time. That equate to the impact and influence of my energy signature. That I, in the form of Samuel Ross, known as Sawu, has been anywhere I go from my from my hometown to my present town. You see, for anybody to ever think that they can destiny swap with me in my absence, and most definitely not in my presence. You hear me? It ain't my fault. I'm the blueprint. You see, it's brutal for somebody to come through and cut the path. So when we come here, it'll be a little smooth. It'll be a little smoother to walk because of those that came before us. But the worst thing that we can ever do is resent or hate those for cutting the paths, for cutting those very paths that made it easier for us to walk through. You see, and we, especially if you ain't put no work in. You see, you ain't been the sacrifice. You see, I'm the one been the sacrifice cause the name that I carry. You hear me? Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. because because what the what the ancestors don't clean up, we, we get left with. You see, what the ancestors didn't clean up, they got left with. What they ain't clean up, we get left with. What we don't clean up, they get left with. But I ain't leaving nothing here to clean up, and ain't nobody else gonna be able to say they done it, but me. You hear me? Cause everybody gotta do their work. So I'll see y'all in 30 years. You hear me? If you ain't about getting your work in, you see your inner work, your self work. We can use all this out here to hide behind, but that inner business, see, stay rooted, stay rooted. You see, to stay rooted to your timeline, you gotta do some inner, you gotta do some shadow work, homie. I went home. Everybody was. When I say everybody was dark, y'all, everybody was dark, but a few. And it was a few. Listen, it was a few people out of towns. Shout out Wolf House Fitness. You hear me? But so that so it's amazing when you're not in it. When you're not in it, you're able to visit it. You go back to it to visit. You see everything about people they can't see about themselves. You see, and the only thing and the only thing, and I'm able to say this for me. You see, and the only thing they saw about me was that motherfucking light shining. You hear me? It was wild, y'all. I can't even make it. Listen, I can tell y'all so many things. I can't even make it up if I wanted to. You hear me? I had people standing right in front of me, squinting, and to the point that I'm noticing it now. Now I don't went from. If any of y'all, I don't went from Sarasota. I don't went. I don't went. I don't. I'm in Paris. I don't slid through Hillsborough. Now I'm over there in Sun City. So by the time I don't hit all these spots, visiting all these people in the process, while I'm on this visit, you hear me? I noticed everybody that I'm talking to squinting. So by the time I'm talking to one of my cousins up there, uh, we building for the time that I'm present, you know, and I'm on fire. I'm I'm, I'm on fleet, y'all. I'm talking about I'm on fire. Then I noticed he was squinting too. And I'm like, damn, bro. I said, damn, everybody I don't talk to today, they squinting. And I say, look at me. I say, you looking at me right here, I'm right here. But why you squinting like the sun down here? Everybody was squinting in my presence. Then he just bust out laughing, and I don't, it's something to that, cause everybody was squinting. And if he watches the video, he just gonna bust out laughing out, cause he know I'm telling the God honest truth. You hear me? Like I always do, and that's the point. And that's the point. You see? You see? That's the point. The integrity of my truth. You see? Rather good, whether it make you feel good, whether it make you feel bad, or whether it make you feel indifferent. If I love you, I owe you that much. You see? And since I love y'all, I owe y'all that much because I love me first. Message. See? So don't resent or hate me for being me, especially if you borrow from it. Especially if you borrow from it to make you better. I don't have no problem with that. That's why I come through here and do it. You see? the problem is the problem is in those who resent me or hate me for it. You know. You see, check. The problem is in those who hate me or resent me for what you don't borrow of me from. You need to put a magnifying glass on that and hear it. You hear me? Yeah. You know. And then on another note, you can if you want to, but you gotta live with it, not me. You hear me? So, yeah. The ancestors wanted me to come through and say that, cause the warfare is real. You see, and in love and light, in this journey of love, light, and wholeness, everything ain't gonna be in love and light, but it's always gonna be about love and light, and whatever it have to be. You see, so yeah, in love, in spirit, and in truth. If you haven't by now, you know what to do. Hit that like button, share the video, drop a comment if you led to, ask a question if you led to, um, or any of those beautiful good things. You hear me? All my information is in the description section. You hear me? Um, anything they else they want to say? You hear me? Don't make sure that your peace is not dependent on being chosen. Because to be chosen, that means you need validation. You see, being chosen means somebody got to be choosing. Somebody got to be a chooser. Unless you chose yourself. You hear me? And if you chose yourself, it'll speak for itself. Presence. My presence causes a lot of disruption. You hear me? But that's what I that's what I that's what I return home to do. You know, check the energy, check the temperature. You know, and the big initiations, and I appreciate them all. I appreciate the lessons. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's the first time I went back home, and though I was around family, and anytime I'm around, especially when different families of the family come together, and anytime I've been around family, it has never felt like family to me. I could always sense the division. I could always sense the the shit, the mess that was going on. And I ain't never had nothing to do with none of it, but I always picked up on it since a child. You know, and even as an adult, I still pick up on it, and I still see it, especially in events like my sister's celebration of life. You hear me? Um, um, on Cinco de Mayo on May 5th. You know, I said, you know, they say the sideline see everything. You know, that's one of my sayings, the sideline see everything. It's a saying from the South, the sideline see everything. You know, and I always play the sideline, you know. Or I always keep my back to the wall where I can see everything moving. You know, when I used to club it and things of that nature. If you know, you know. You know, but the sideline see everything, so I played the sideline. I ain't get in the box. I ain't mix and mingle with each and everybody. I just played the sideline and was able to see everybody as they approach. You know, and then I was assisting. You know, my sister, you know, as needed, you know, while I'm being a surveyor of the land, you know, the whole time, and the surveyor man the whole time, you see, because there's always something totally, when Sawu show up, there's always something totally different going on than what everybody think they got going on, you see. I'm seeing a whole different picture than what everybody's seeing. See, while people be making the movie, they the whole movie to me, from my POV, from the God point of view. You see, so this is the type of things that be going on, which allow me to drop the jewels that I be dropping. You know, real life. You hear me? We really be living this shit. You can't make it up if you wanted to, man. The thing is, you know, we, we need more alchemists. We need more alchemists, vocal alchemists, you know, that's willing to speak to the mess in your family. You hear me? You know, where's the alchemist in your family? Where, in other words, where the generational curse break in your family? Cause somebody gotta speak to it. You see, if you can't see it, if you can't see it, you can't teach it. If you can't see it, you can't reach it. Somebody gotta feel what people ain't willing to feel, cause it's easy to hide behind the mask. You see, and it's easy to be in the rat race. You see, a competition, lust and greed. You see, so yeah. If you here, it's gotta be you, and if not you, then who? You see, if not you, then who? Why are you wasting your time here? Cause you ain't wasting mine. The one who come after you and hear what I'm saying and see how I'm putting it down and pick it up. You see, they they gonna they gonna be the one. They gonna see everything thing you didn't. They gonna hear everything that you didn't. You see, cause you got lost. Cause you got lost to what you see, you see, you see. We forget, man. We forget, and pride come before a fall. You see, pride come before a fall. So we need to get our shit together. If you say you that, make sure you that. In the highest realm of that, not the lowest end. See we could be anything and everything, but we forget that anything and everything that we want to be at any point in time still has two poles of extreme. You see. So, in case y'all forgot, karma has it. You heard? Check and mate. Until we do it again, I'm known as Sawu. Be you how you be you. Love, family, conscious, family, and soul tribe, BCU, Indians. Peace.